Like, have fun. As throwing out the GG. Don't get confused, guys. This is actually the same account that Has was playing on through the qualifiers for this tournament. Okay, so I'm dying here. I'm struggling to keep myself alive. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna focus now on the game. Sorry about that. This map, of course, it reminds me just a little bit of, I think it was Hall Sky City. Just a little because, like, it's forced cross position spawns, but as you can see, of course, we've got a different kind of setup for the spawns. I would feel more comfortable. Actually, I don't feel comfortable on this map at all playing as Zerg because, of course, it's relatively wide open, very easy for Hellions to get in from both spectrums, if you will. We're not going to see a single Hellion at this entire tournament. All of our players are Protoss and Zerg. Right now we're watching As. But it looks like we're gonna have Snute take a rush for the. This is that creative style that I'm talking about, guys. That guy who always thinks. The question is, what is Has going to try and scout from our? That is indeed the real question. Will he or will he not pick up on that that gold expansion being taken? I gotta say, the venue that we're at right now is absolutely. I won't be able to see anything that is happening except for day 3, unfortunately, because if I win a cast here, I'm not going to be casting main stage. I'm not going to be casting out front like the guys at YoeFWHas will be. But maybe, just maybe, if I had a chance to do it, that would be absolutely. So beyond that, right now, if we check and see where things went with this game, Has has got to be thinking, okay, something is not taking Expo at the drone's chasing me. Oh, and now he was just testing it, attacking them. He knows the gold has been taken. He goes in there to, you know, get the 100% confirmation, if you will. All right, so what does Ian do in reaction to this? He's gonna go ahead and, I guess you could say, kind of complete, if you will, the wall off. I like the spine crawler coming in here because at this stage in the game there can't be too terribly many stalkers in production. All right, there we are. We are queen out on hatch number 1, hatch number 2 with the gold. Oh, I like this. I like this. Has just says, okay, well, 2 can plate that. I'm going for the gold myself. And he says, I'm not going to let you spiral out of control with your economy while I am left to do nothing. Alright. Meanwhile, we have yet to see Warpgate Tech finish. About 30-40 something seconds to go. And it looks like Snoot's going to try and take control of the map with a huge speedling run by. This is not good. He's just making lings and he's not stopping. That's a nice little wall off coming in here from Has, but at the same time he doesn't have a forge. He's got no way to throw down cannons and keep himself 100% firmly safe. I think at one end of the spectrum or another he's going to start, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? He's just going to start cracking. Alright, so the probes come in. And oh my god, it's happening. It's really happening. Warpgate Tech is so close to finishing. 15 seconds away. The Lings get the surround here. Nexus Cannon goes down on base number 1, but I don't think we're going to see Has able to defend base number 2. There's not enough energy for us. There's not enough energy for a force field. Warpgate Tech just finished. There's got to be a sentry coming in here. There needs to be another one if he has any hopes to hold this. And 2 more sentries do come in, but that, guess what? That's 1 less sentry over here. Dude's just going to continue cranking out Zerglings for the time being to the extent that he stopped mining gas 100%. He's just going at it, and I think he's going to get that natural expo. There's no saving it once that Nexus Cannon falls. That's I think that's made a game from start to finish. He knew exactly what he's gonna need to do to actually beat Has here, and I don't know, here comes the big warp in, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Look at all of those Zerglings, it's just too many. And behind this, it looks like Snute's actually gonna go into droning, but look, the probes are forced to be pulled to help defend against this. They're trying to tickle these guys with their tasers. It's not quite working out. There's a lot of chrono boost remaining. It goes now, it looks like, into a couple more warp ins, but the Lings get a full surround on those Zealots. This is looking like an effective exchange now coming from Snute rather, and it looks like, oh my god, the Nexus is gonna fall! Oh my god. Snute gets away with an astounding advantage in this situation. Because now Has is forced to stack all of those drones in his own main. Mothership Core is now coming in, trying to keep all of this infrastructure, all of this production alive. And guess what? This is even forcing out even more warp-ins. So the question is, what does Has do in this situation to come back? I mean, one option surely would most likely, definitely, uncontestably be getting the Dark Shrine. Another one would be taking down his opponent's gold base, but with that small attack force right here being spotted by those Lings just now, I don't think that's likely to happen. Oh, here we are. Ian's moving out. That Spinecrawler just relocated just in the nick of time. Not enough energy for a transfuse on either of these queens. If we could see a full-blown force field wall off, that would be great, but guess what? The gateways are being attacked. The production is being attacked right now. I think this could be the end of the game for Has. Guess what? Pylon was taken down there. Once those Lings come in, it's gonna force a full-blown surround. And drones have already been pulled, yes, but at the same time, there's enough energy for a mass recall on this Mothership Core should it need to be expended. So there we go. The probe is trying to relocate itself to get a better warp in position. Nice surround here on these roaches. I think at this point we should just see Has just go ham on that hatchery and then full-blown recall. That's the only way I think he's gonna have a chance of getting this. Ah, the force fields are going down. It's so hard to say. I think right now this is so painful to watch if you play Protoss. I think everyone will agree. The Mothership Core is going to get shooed away by that Queen that's coming out right now. All the gateway units focused it down. And if we see Has not able to destroy this hatchery, he's going to be in a world of hurt. He's just focusing it down for the time being. I don't know if he's going to get it or not. It's so close. Meanwhile, we have a retaliation push coming from Snute. There we go. It's out. There we go. Mass recall back home. There's still 2 more gateways in production. Cybernetics Core is done. So that means we can have things besides. And I think Snute is wasting his time with these 2 gateways. For the time being, anyway. Okay. This is already turning out to be a very heated best of 3. Has is probably going to straight up 5 gate after this. He's kind of got a little bit in the way of resources being stacked for the time being. We can all see that. This many Zealots versus this number of roaches is not, I think Snute could have taken that fight. The gold is now being replaced, if you will. And okay, never mind. I thought that might have been a drone at first, but no, the drone is actually over here at the natural. At this stage in the game, we got 5 minutes until both players' mains go dry, assuming, of course, both players were fully saturated. And guess what? Ian's going to go dry just a little bit faster because he's been oversaturated for quite a while. Another pylon going down. It's been spotted. The probe's being targeted down. And I think, yeah, the roaches here. Never mind. Has is just going to cancel that. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, though, because now he's just going for a straight-up head-on engagement. No, Has, no! Oh my god, he throws down the Guardian Shield a little bit too late. The Hydras, or excuse me, the Zealots are tearing apart the roaches one at a time. If he can get a lot more Stalkers into the mix, we'll see our Protoss able to hold this relatively well. Guardian Shield going up yet again. There's no more force fields remaining. The Mothership Core uncontested, doing so much damage to all these roaches on the ground, which now have Burrow. This is an attack that I don't think we're going to see Has able to hold. He's got no detection. He has no robo. He has no way to scout anything that is underground. And if he's able to hold this, and it's going to be a big if, he's going to take a lot in the way of losses. He's just Burrow microing those roaches one at a time, trying to wait until the last second and then save them. Boom. More and more units are on the way. This is something I'm going to have to remember to use for the ladder. Snute still hasn't taken that expo. He hasn't taken that expo just yet. Nexus Cannon's been activated, and I think it's going to go very soon as well. Server, where is it? Where is it? He knows they can't move, but he knows that they're still there as well. There's 5 more roaches that are about to join the fray here, and I think once that one observer's done, there we go. It's time to rumble. Force field's going down in a beautiful fashion, dividing out this entire army. Snute's looking like he's gonna lose this game if he's not careful, but at the same time, the roaches are getting free meals off of all of those zealots. There's got to be an immortal follow-up. There has to be an immortal follow-up if we want to see Has with any hope of surviving this. More and more roaches on the way. More and more roaches burrowing, I might add. 8 altogether versus 6 sentries. I think this is where Has is going to be forced to just abandon ship there. He's got an immortal in the mix. He's going to save force fields. There we go. There it is. Natural, though, I think it's definitely going to fall. Like, the force field, the one that saved him from all those roaches, is also going to be the one that saves him from, or excuse me, stops him from saving rather, his own natural. This game has gone to crazy lengths with the amount of interesting play we've seen from both sides. And now, I think, once we see that natural fall, the main's about to go dry. Has is going to be in a position where he can't fight anymore. It's gone. Meanwhile, we've got a gold base and the natural rebuilt for Snute. +1 missile attacks on the way behind all of this, but I don't think he's going to need it. 80 supply now to the 45 of our purple Protoss. Some places, this game has been extremely crazy. I'm sorry, this is game number 2. What on earth is wrong with me? Alright. I think Snute's getting ready for the death push right now. I mean, 9 roaches on the way, 9 roaches. Ian's in a, or excuse me, rather, Has is in a position that's extremely difficult to hold. There's no getting around that. And especially with that Hydralisk Den going down, he's doing the only thing that he can do right now. He's mining himself dry, then he's going to try and go for his natural expansion. It's going to be 1 base versus 3 essentially. And there's, I feel like, no hard counter to the composition that we have coming from LiquidSnute. So once this game is over, you know, we're gonna see one end score. I feel like, jeez, excuse me. I feel like this is a game that's already in Snute's, that maybe Has is thinking, what do I do in game number 3? Already had 1. I want to go to the round of 4. Or anything like that. And speaking of, no one gets eliminated in today's. Chinese casters in the background were just saying there's no money to make any workers or anything like that. And that's basically true. Check the position that he's in right now. That's a lot of workers he's lost at the beginning of the game. Compared to the 4 that he's killed of Snute. Server can see everything that's there coming from our red Zerg. And look at the creep spread at this stage of the game. This is disgusting if you play pro. But now he is going. I feel like there's almost no beating this army coming from Snute. There's a lot of Hydras in the mix. There's a lot of Roaches. There's a lot of things that say, I kill you with 1 shot. But there's also a lot of force fields here. And I think this is the best position that Has can get. The force fields go out beautifully. And it looks like those roaches are just going to try and get any sentries that they can. No kills. No kills. So those are all givens. Those are all donations for the cause of Has, if you will. Narrows the supply gap just a little bit, but I mean, the question is, can Has continue to do this? Can he do it, you know, a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time in a row? Can he continue to divide armies like this, piece by piece? I think the answer to that question is inevitably no. Just gotta wait. Happen, and then we know. +2 attacks on the way for our Red Zerg behind all of this. But I think really this game is painfully one-sided. Has moves out. He's moving out on creep. I don't know if there's anything else he can do to win this. It's in a position where he just doesn't lose. Obviously, that's the thing. Now with the, to be honest with you guys, with the look at this, the excuse me, the Enduring Locusts on the way should signal Swarmosts are coming. One base economy that's very difficult to make work. Now, of course, has scouted this, and he's gonna try and do what he can. You know, he's got this base here for a long time, obviously. But at the same time, I feel like this is an unwinnable game. He's just been put too far behind from the very beginning. And I think there's a part of him that knows this as well. He's already seen all 4 bases from... Yeah, so, I mean, at this point, I don't know why he's in... I bash my teammate by any means, but I don't know why he's still in the game. Alright, so Rock's being broken down, and Has is gonna try and take a 3rd base behind this, but I feel like he can't do it. It's mathematically impossible. It says GG.